This is the Govee Table Lamp 2 Pro with JBL speaker built in. I'm James Bruce and you're watching MatterAlpha.com reviews, home of all things that matter in the smart home. Let's jump in, have an impromptu dance party and show you exactly what this beast of a table lamp can do. So for most of this review, all the light you can see is coming directly and only from the Govee Table Lamp 2 Pro. I don't have any fill lights, and unless it's B-roll demonstrating the DreamView features to control other Govee lights, this is the only light that's on, and I hope that can give you a good idea of just what this thing is capable of. Now, from a design perspective, the Govee Table Lamp 2 Pro is an absolute centerpiece. It's also quite large. It reminds me of the Mac Pro trash can design. It weighs about 5 pounds though, and measures roughly 6 inches diameter by 10 inches tall. Now, somehow they've managed to cram 210 individual pixels into this thing, so the main opaque part of the speaker at the top can display the most vibrant and dynamic designs I've ever seen in this kind of table light. On the base, you have this kind of floating feeling, like a vortex or a black hole frozen in ice. It's quite hard to describe, but really quite something to behold. I can imagine getting quite lost just staring at this thing. When paired with this separately controllable underside lighting, it sort of refracts around the internal shape and down onto the table surface too. There's one physical button on the top, plus 4 touch buttons. The main power is the physical button, and then you have volume plus minus, scene mode, and play pause. So, quick confession, I usually test out products without actually knowing beforehand what they do. I want that sort of authentic user experience. Unbox it, play with it right away. In this case, that meant I had absolutely no idea that the speaker actually had a battery in it. So there I am, having recorded some B-roll, tested out the maximum volume level, pressed to turn it off, unplugged it, put my phone in my pocket. Imagine my surprise to find it suddenly blaring out music streaming from my phone. I must have hit the play button from the lock screen. Scared the crap out of me, actually. Suffice to say, yes, this has a battery, 52,000 milliamp hours to be exact, and obviously your battery life will depend on volume, brightness, complexity of the lighting scene, etc. But Govee quotes 4.5 hours at 50% brightness and 50% volume. So, as a speaker, JBL is no stranger to portable speakers, even those with lighting built in. And the closest offering they had before was the JBL Pulse 4, same 10-watt speaker output, though it had a much smaller battery at only 1,000 milliamp hours. The Table Lamp 2 Pro has a 5,200 milliamp hour battery, 2.5-inch 10-watt speaker system with 2 passive radiators, plus more LEDs. At this price point, I wouldn't really expect a larger cone size, but 2.5 inches is still a bit on the tinny side for my ears. It's mid and high heavy. Jellyfish. That's usually going to be the case with any portable speaker though, and to be clear, it probably sounds great to most people, and it gets pretty loud. I just prefer more bass. Also worth noting, you can pair 2 of them for a stereo setup if you want. In terms of visual quality and brightness, the white goes up to 600 lumens, which is almost blinding on a light this size, though as ever, the colors don't get nearly as bright and the numbers there aren't quoted. There's over 100 preset scenes like this rainbow one, as well as a comprehensive DIY mode to make your own, which you'll either ignore completely or get lost in for a few hours trying to perfect your own scene. The ambient audio is a little bit disappointing. It's the same library of audio sounds that other Govee audio products have, and they always feel to me like the clips are a little bit too short, they don't mesh nicely, or they just aren't detailed enough. The Fire one, for instance, just feels kind of lackluster and repetitive, so I'd recommend pulling up a YouTube video or Spotify playlist if you want ambient sounds on here, playing that over Bluetooth. So let's talk about DreamView and ambient sounds. I've mentioned that this is a Bluetooth speaker. That's a separate Bluetooth control to your usual lamp control in the Govee app. So you enter pairing mode by holding down the play button, then you connect. It's all very simple. And at that point, you can use the built-in audio modes for very responsive lighting reactive displays like this one. Now, you don't need to use the built-in speaker for that either. If you just have music playing on your stereo system, then that also works. Govee claims a response time of 32 milliseconds between hearing a sound and reacting to it, so that's pretty impressive. As an audio device, the Govee Table Lamp 2 Pro features a range of built-in soundscapes and accompanying light shows. Some of the preset scenes have also been paired with specific sound sets, though you can change them, customize them to whichever sound set you like, or just remove the audio from those scenes entirely if you find it annoying. The interface for doing that is really easy. Then you can also adjust the presets that are stored on the speaker itself. Those are the ones you can cycle through with the mode toggle button. So if you have some favorite ambient sounds and light combinations, you can put those onto the device itself, stored on it, and not have to use the app to activate those. Brilliant, highly customizable. Now, in addition to that, the Govee Table Lamp 2 Pro is a DreamView controller. Not a video DreamView, but an audio DreamView. So that means it can run your party light shows. Just place it in the room and either use it as a Bluetooth speaker or have it pick up on audio you're playing through your own hi-fi. And it can, in turn, control the rest of your room lighting. So while you could obviously just set all of your various lights to on their own audio reactive mode, by having this act as the music DreamView controller, you can get a synchronized cohesive display, which I'm demonstrating now with all of the lights in here, connected and controlled by this. With the Matter pairing code on the base, adding it into your smart home ecosystem of choice is trivial, though you will still need the Govee app or you're losing out on 90% of the functionality, the scene control, the audio reactive stuff. As ever, over Matter you can change the color and the brightness, and that's it. And it's a single uniform color. There's no scene control, no individual segment control. I also found the same weirdness here with sort of warm and cold white, not always provoking a response from the light. So the range of temperatures that you can have is very limited, and outside of that it just doesn't work. So this is about the maximum that you can get for warm white, and if you go further than that, nothing happens. That's too far, there we go. So now it's on cold, and if I switch over to very warm, it just doesn't do anything. You can work around it by saving the cold and the warm to your favorites, at least with the color selector. If you try something at the extreme, it sort of snaps back to the more whitish version of that color. So you end up getting a circle of colors that's possible around there. For me, this means that using Matter on these is literally just a case of using it to turn them on and off. You can leave your favorite scene selected, and as long as you don't touch the color, the on and off and brightness controls work with whatever scene is currently set. It won't override that. There is no other Matter functionality there, no audio streaming, there's no AirPlay either, so it's purely a Bluetooth thing. So with that in mind, should you buy the Govee Table Lamp 2 Pro? There's no doubt that this is an incredible centerpiece, but I can't help feeling it screams for attention a little bit too much. Compared to the original table lamp, it is positively enormous. Yes, it's got a battery to be portable and that speaker built in, but there's no carry handle or bag to carry it with, and it's not waterproof. So portability is restricted to sort of bedroom to kitchen, I would think. I wouldn't recommend taking this down the beach. This gorgeous translucent sort of plastic at the bottom will be scratched easily. At $180, the Table Lamp 2 Pro is somewhere in the middle of the budget range for party speakers, if it were one. A quick glance on Amazon shows me you could buy a 160 watt massive deep bass party speaker for around the same price. They might even have LED functions, though not nearly as fancy. Or you could pay a lot more for something like the Sonos Move at just under $500. You're also not buying this as a smart speaker. It doesn't have Sonos support or a voice assistant built in. It's literally just Bluetooth output. As a table lamp then, or elaborate bedside light, I mean, it's lovely, but a bit on the big side. This is my bedside table. It takes up half of it. It is an incredibly impressive device that has no actual parallels on the market, but exactly what market that is, I'm not sure. Someone who wants a stunning table lighting fixture for small gatherings when sound reactive lighting displays will be needed, as well as loud but not party loud sort of music. I mean, yes, if that's you, then this is it. The best use case I can come up with is someone who already has a bunch of Govee lights in their room, but would like another one for the table that can also act as a music DreamView controller for synchronized party lighting. Not necessarily to use the built-in speaker, but it's there as a bonus. So it's not a party speaker because it's not portable and the sound is middling. It's not a smart speaker because there's no voice assistant. It's not really a bedside light given the sheer bulk of it, so what is it? Well, it's a table lamp audio DreamView controller with average Bluetooth speaker and an incredible light show, obviously. Hit like if you appreciated this honest review of the Govee Table Lamp 2 Pro with JBL speaker. Subscribe for more reviews, tips and Matter smart home tutorials. Hit me up in the comments with any questions on this or other Govee hardware, and be sure to check out matteralpha.com for more, as well as our full Matter device database to help you locate the perfect Matter accessory. Until next time.